This is a video for you, Sue, to say we've left Tynamara, which is behind us, and we're heading to the Isle of Egg. There's Matt, giving us a wave. There's Ken, about a quarter of a mile behind, catching us up slowly. Panning back round, trying to hold the camera steady. Joy on the helm. Hi Joy.
Hello.
And there ahead of us is Rum, and then to the left of it, a bit closer, is Egg, which is where we're heading. What a fantastic day. So we've now come across from Tynamara to Egg. This is Egg we're looking at here. We've just come round the north tip and we're sailing down the far side of Egg now, we're now in the sound between Egg and Rum, which is over there. We've got about 1.8 miles to go to where we're camping. And a very gentle sail at about 2.5 knots. Okay, so we're near the end of our trip from Tynamara to Egg, and we're coming into a beautiful little cove. Look at the scenery. This is known as Singing Sands. Well, it's not how it's spelt, or not how it's written on the map in Scottish, but it does seem to be known as Singing Sands. And over here is the Bay of Leyg, and behind me is Rum, which is destination tomorrow, I believe, all being well. Anyway, here we are. I think you can see Mill Pit, and then behind us Charles Riviera. That's Matt in his posh canoe. But we've got 3 sailing canoes, 5 sailors from Lydney in Scotland for a canoe sailing adventure. So this is what it's all about. I'm sure he's got a plan. He looks like a man with a plan. now leaving Egg and heading to Rum and then Canna. And there's Ken, Richard, going along beautifully. And there's Matt just over there, about to set off too. Oh, you've eaten it all already? No. Everything's gone. Better than the Severn mud, isn't it, out here?
It's too sandy. Nice blue.
Hiya Matt, yeah, just making sure that you're okay back there. It's gone somewhat glassy, it seems. Yeah, glassy so, can do that. Oh, wonderful. Great being you on channel, over.
We're just coming alongside to film you with this lovely scenery, so here we are. I can't remember why we decided we're going up to the harbour. I know we got the harbour or we've got Talbot Bay, but is it still the harbour we're going to, over?
That was my intention, unless anybody else wishes to head to Talbot Bay instead. I've got no preference either way, over.
What a lovely sight. There's Ken and Matt behind with Rum in the background. Very spectacular. Panning round here, you can see Skye in the distance, and there's Canna. And we're heading to Canna. We're heading to Talbot Bay, which is in front of us, about 2.5 miles away. Be there in about half an hour. We're hoping to wild camp. just left Tarbert Bay on canoe, being followed by Ken and Matt and Richard. And we're going to do a clockwise circuit round Canada this morning, Tuesday the 6th of May. Another fantastic day. We've got at least another day or two of settled weather like this. Unfortunately, no wind for sailing, but not enough, so it's a bit of a motoring trip. But the plan is to go round Canna, come into Canna Harbour this afternoon, and then this evening take a trip across to Rum and find a camping site. All good on the helm, Joy?
Good morning.
Morning, Matthew. I like the headgear. Yeah. Now coming into Canna Harbour. This morning we left Tarbert Bay. We went all the way round, clockwise round the Isle of Canna. And here's St Hilda, the adventure boat. That's what was off the Tarbert Bay anchored this morning when we were there. And here we are. I think we're being videoed actually by somebody on the boat. Now there's Matt following us from Canna on our way across to Rum. Ken in the background, motoring to catch us up. We're doing about 2 knots at the most, I suppose. But there's Rum, and there's a beach in front in the distance that we're heading for. That's tonight's camp. What's it called, Joy? Kilmorey Bay. Okay, so we're getting closer to Loch Brittle, which is up in front. The wind's picked up and we're doing about 4 knots under sail and flying along really nicely. I'm looking back to see there's the other 2 canoes of Ken and Matt. And you can see Rum behind where we left. Come round to the left, you've got a view of the Beg. Back round to the right, you can see Canna, where we went pretty much all the way around yesterday. Magnificent view of sky. And And I think over there on the starboard side, I've no idea if I'm pronouncing this right, but it looks like Soe on the map. It's an island just off the coast of Skye. We're probably going to camp there this evening. At the moment we're just enjoying the most perfect sailing. The plan was to come back up here, so the plan was to come here last October. That didn't work out, the weather was horrendous. It's been worth the wait. Okay, well here's Joy making cocktails for the journey.
Cocktails for a mugshot?
Yeah. I believe it's hot food, it's not really a cocktail, but never mind. Okay, so we got meal pit on the port side. To the stern we've got Charles Riviera. We've just sailed across to the entrance of Loch Brittle, and now we're turning to run with the wind back down the coast of Skye, and there's the island Soye over there. Somebody's going to tell me I'm pronouncing this wrong, but the plan is to run down the shore of the island and then turn into the bay and make a camp for tonight on the island, which we're looking forward to. This really is absolutely stunning. Well, whilst we're sailing down towards Soye and looking at the mountains on Skye, the cook has just brought some lovely fresh wraps out the galley.
So the Admiral's request would be cheese, beetroot, cucumber and radish today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Or is that all we had left?
One of the most important parts of our sailing trips has got to be the food. And nice food. We're doing really well actually. We brought at least a week's worth of food with us, and the fresh food is lasting longer than we thought. But we're certainly not without some decent meals, which has made it all the more special. Well, we didn't stay on Soe in the end. We couldn't find anywhere to land safely, so we went into an adjacent loch the name I can't remember for a moment. But we got midged quite badly this morning, and we set sail a bit earlier to get away from it, including cleaning teeth on the move. We couldn't stay, it was that bad. Anyway, we are now leaving Soe behind. Behind me is Matt, who's doing very well because he's got a smaller sail than us, but his boat's lighter, and he's actually slowly catching me up. Looking very relaxed he is there. So now we're heading back to Egg because, don't tell anyone, but Ken's left his water container behind. We're hoping we can find it. It hadn't been taken away by the tide. So we're back to Egg. Before it goes to plan, we're going to go anti-clockwise around Egg today, back to the harbour there, and then a short sail back to Tainamara tomorrow. I'll film you because you don't get many chances to get things like this on film. I just wish I had a drone to get this on film. Don't tell Ken, that'll be another gadget. No, Phil.
Crash landed.
Phil, of course, would have a drone that could go off and do the shopping and bring more food back. No, that's a good idea,
quite
actually.
good.
Progress update for the morning. We're just making our crossing.
Lunch is had.
Yeah, lunch has been had, and we can see Egg in front where we're heading to. But look back behind, not too far behind are Ken, Richard and Matt in the other two canoes. We've got a small following swell pushing us downwind, a little bit of surfing going on, but not a long way now from the end of our 16-mile crossing from Skye. Another hour we should be in there. We'll take a break before we press on and go around the south side of Egg. Looking across to Rum Harbour. You probably can't see it, but that's over on the right. Come back round, and in the distance there you can see the mainland a few miles away. Anyway, back to some nice sailing. It's really chilled, really relaxed, doing just under 4 knots downwind. Pushed along by the waves, bit of surfing, but all feels good. Pit on that starboard side, towing Matt in shelter of the area. Now only under motor because we've got 8 miles to go, but we don't want to be late in the evening, so we're going to do the first 2 miles upwind under motor. Not because we can't get there under sail, but because it saves some valuable time. And as we turn eastward, wind will be from the south, be on a reach, and we should be able to sail round the back of Egg until we get to the harbour. That's our plan anyway. think Ken's enjoying himself and having a good sing-song. So we're now most of the way around the south side of Egg. Just pan round, you can still see muck over there. There's the mainland. And if I pan back round the other way, there's the other two following along like ducklings. We're on the way to Egg Harbour. Very sedate sailing, but we're doing only 3 knots. It just doesn't feel like it. I think we're riding the tide more than anything. And up there I can actually see somebody's house and what looks like a car parked outside. I can't believe that. It's halfway up the mountainside. Although it may not be a car, it's hard to tell. It does look like it. What a place to live. So we're just coming into Egg Harbour after coming over from Skye today, down between Rum and the east side of Egg. And now we've gone right down the south side and we've come back up and we're now into the harbour at Egg. I can't wait back, I'm holding the camera. Nice fishing boat.
The little campsite, just the little pods.
There's the pier. You go past the end of the pier and look for a campsite. Hopefully you can find somewhere to camp. So I'm looking forward to a nice hot meal after the day on the water and a nice brandy before bedtime, I think. Got a forecast for more wind tomorrow, going southeasterly or southeasterly, could be somewhere between 3 and force 5. But we've got an 8-mile sail back up to Tinamara and that could get quite exciting tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. But this evening it's just beautifully calm. All I can hear is the ripple of the water on the leeboard. Time to find a camp, I think.
Wait, and wait, and say, Cutthroat, can you put this down the beach with me rather than me killing myself trying to drag a very heavy canoe?
Because you boys are always last off. I didn't want to make you even later, Penny.
Meow! Matt, here's something you could do.
Yeah.
Create an app that merges marine charts and OS maps.
That would be a very good
For
idea.
small boat sailors.
That's an excellent idea.
Be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'll get right onto it. One day.
What, this week?
Maybe next week. Or maybe the one after.
I did say Kelly's probably not used to it.
No. It's the last day of our sail, and we're leaving Cannoe Harbour. We've wild camped on the little peninsula of land there. I'm not sure if there's any wind. We were forecast force 3 to force 5 southeasterlies, and it's looking about force 1. Well, it might be because we're sheltered, and let's hope it changes. We've got a bit of tidal flow, probably a couple of knots of tidal flow to our advantage, but we're really hoping we don't need to motor or paddle all the way. It's glassy smooth.
Thought I could hear a big boat.
I think you can.
It's the biggest boat we've seen so far.
So we've left Egg this morning, and we're now sailing back towards Tynamara, and over on our port side at the moment.
Starboard side.
Starboard side, sorry, I'm getting confused. Where's that over there, Joy? That's Arisaig. And in front of us is Tynamara. You can't actually see it at the moment. It's tucked into a cove. Got a wobbly camera here, so it's starting to... Behind is Ken, I think he's cut his engine now. Did us a bit of a chase down with the outboard. There's Matt in the distance. Behind us, I don't know if you can see it, is Egg, where he left the harbour this morning. And just behind us on the starboard, the stern side, into the stern on the starboard, are the I forgot what it's called now. Skerries. Yeah, it's the skerries, which it's high tide at the moment, so most of it isn't showing, but that's where all the sandbanks and sandbars are. Come back and see that another day, maybe. So we're about a mile and a half off the end of our trip, a mile and 3/4 possibly. Right to our left is Skye on the port side, and Cannoe and Rum in the distance, and the Outer Hebrides are now over the horizon. But we had a clear view of that the other day. That was we were tempted to go across, but just changed our minds. Anyway, this is coming towards the end of a superb sailing trip. And finally, we are approaching Tynamara. It's a bit of a difficulty picking our way through the rocks. There's lots of partially submerged rock around here, and Joy's carefully negotiating a route through. It must take a lot of local knowledge to just come straight in here, because when we came out on lower water at the start of the week, it was absolutely rock strewn. It was quite hazardous. But anyway, we're creeping in slowly, so all should be well. We're nearly at the end of the trip. There's Matt following us in. Great backdrop of the small isles behind him. Great holiday almost coming to an end. here we are back into the beach at Tainamara, only just off the high tide. Nice gentle sail back in, straight up onto the sand in a minute. Put a bit of lead order.
Go in that direction.
And we're back where we started 6 days ago. Where's the gang?
We can go before we break down.
Here they are.